Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my channel Patel Science Academy. Dear student, this is your Shaza sir, and I have started the chapter Inheritance and Variation, and this is the lecture number 10. Dear students, I welcome you in this lecture, and the topic you are going to know about is the sex-linked inheritance. What is sex-linked inheritance? Dear students, the chromosomes are the carriers of the genes, as you know, and genes are located on both the autosomes and the sex chromosome. So genes on the autosomes, they are actually somatic cell, or the autosomes are the characteristics of the somatic cells, which is responsible for the somatic characters, and the sex chromosomes, which determine or decides the gender or the sex of the living organism, is called sex chromosome. So however, the certain genes present in the sex chromosomes control the somatic characters. The characters which are controlled by such genes are called sex-linked characters, and the transmission of such characters from one generation to the next generation, it is called sex-linked inheritance. So what is sex-linked inheritance? The transmission of the characters. Which characters? Sex-linked character. What is sex-linked characters? The characters which are controlled by such gene. Which gene? The gene which are present in the sex chromosome to control the somatic characters. So dear students, the transmission or the process of or the phenomenon of transmission of such characters means the secondary means the sex linked characters from the one generation to the next generation. This is called sex linked inheritance. Dear students, the gene located on the non-homologous region of the sex chromosome, and they are called sex-linked genes, and the trait that are determined by the sex-linked gene are called sex-linked trait or character. The inheritance of the sex-linked gene from parents to their next generation, means to their offspring, is called a sex-linked inheritance. And actually, dear students, there are two type of sex-linked gene, as X-linked gene and the Y-linked gene. So we'll see all these X and Y-linked gene here uh, one by one as a sex linked gene. So dear students, I hope you have understood about this sex linked inheritance. The sex linked inheritance varies the Mendel numbers of 3:1 by having the males 50% chances of inheriting the characters of the X chromosomes only. Remember dear students, the female have XX and the male have XY sex chromosomes. The Y carries little genetic information, mainly those that contribute to male characteristics, about 87 genes total, and the X carries a lot more genetic information, about 2000 almost. So dear students, this is about the sex linked inheritance. One more time we'll see what are the sex linked trait. As I told you, the trait that carried on the X chromosomes are called sex-linked trait, and the recessive sex-linked trait are the more common, that dominant, and the male are more susceptible to sex-linked condition than females. So example of this sex-linked trait is hemophilia, and I'll explain all the detail of this hemophilia and other diseases as a sex-linked trait in the next slide. So dear students, I hope you are getting it, and now we'll see the example of the sex-linked genes, that is at number 1, X-linked gene. Dear student, this X is X chromosome here. So X-linked genes means this X-linked gene means the X-linked inheritance, that means that the gene mutation is located on the X chromosome. So dear student, it is totally about the X chromosome, that's why X letter is there. So these mutation can cause the X-linked disorder, and X-linked mutation don't cause the same problem in the male and in the female. Mutation in the gene on the X chromosomes can be recessive or it can be dominant on the basis of presence of their respective a number of chromosomes. So actually the X-linked gene or X-linked sex-linked gene is the X-linked gene are located on the non-homologous region of the X chromosomes, and these genes do not have corresponding alleles on the Y chromosomes. Female actually has two X chromosome. In the female there are two recessive sex-linked genes are required for expression of the sex-linked trait. If one X chromosomes carries a recessive gene for the sex-linked trait, that is actually the defect, so its effect is suppressed by the dominant gene present on the another X chromosome, because in the female there are two X chromosomes. If out of that two X chromosome, on any one X chromosome that defective gene is present, so other it means it is present in the recessive condition on that X chromosome, so other chromosome will be dominant, and that will dominate over that defective gene. So the female with one recessive gene are carriers. So in this type we'll call, in this condition we call that female carrier female, which is phenotypically okay or normal, but genotypically abnormal because it is having one recessive gene. The carrier female is physically or phenotypically normal as she doesn't suffer from the disease or disorder. So this is about the female X chromosomes and its condition. What about the male? Dear students, male has only one X chromosomes, as you know, because another one is not X, another one is Y, and Y shows the maleness. If X chromosomes of male carries X-linked recessive gene for the sex-linked trait, then it is expressed phenotypically because there is no dominant gene on the Y chromosome to suppress its effect. Therefore, sex-linked or X-linked trait appear more frequently in the male than in the female, because in the female there are two X chromosome, and one X chromosome, if it is having recessive gene or defective gene, other will cover it or dominate over it. But in the male only one X chromosome is there, and if that X chromosome is having defective gene or recessive condition gene, so it will not be dominated by the other, because other one is Y chromosome, and in the Y chromosome there is no dominant gene. So example of the X-linked trait includes the hemophilia, color blindness disease, night blindness disease, myopia, muscular dystrophy, etc. in the male body. So this is about the X-linked gene. X-linked inheritance, X-linked recessive disorder. Dear students, it shows a pattern of the transmission of the mutant phenotype for the female parents to male offspring. Only female may be carriers of an X-linked recessive trait, as I told you, because of the presence of two X chromosomes. And examples of the X-linked recessive disorder includes the hemophilia A, hemophilia C, and red-green color blindness. So dear students, we'll see all these things here with the example. Now the example of the X-linked gene I am explaining here, the color blindness. Dear students, what is color blindness? The color blindness is a common hereditary or inherited condition, which means it is usually passed down from your parents. So what is the specialty of this disease? The red-green color blindness is passed from the mother to the son on the 23rd number of chromosomes. Remember it, mother to son. So which is known as the sex chromosomes, because it is also determine the sex. So dear students, this is the color blindness, and the color blindness is X-linked recessive disorder where person is unable to distinguish between the red color and green color, as both of this color appears for that person gray in color. So because red and green color is not appearing to that patient, and it is appearing as a gray color, so that's why it is called red green color blindness or color blindness disease. It is caused due to the recessive X-linked gene, that is XC, which prevents the formation of the color sensitive cells, the cone cells, in the retina of the eyes. So dear students, what is this actually condition? The homozygous recessive female, that is X small c, and the hemizygous recessive male X small c y are unable to distinguish between the red color and the green color. And the frequency of the color blind woman is much less than color blind men. Why? Because the dominant X linked gene, that is capital X capital C, is necessary for the formation of the color sensitive cells in the retina of the eye, and thus the genotype of the male and female individuals can be represented by the chart you are going to know about. So this is that chart, dear student, and in this chart you can see color blindness. So for this color blindness, I'll explain you two chart. In this chart, the first chart is indicating here the inheritance of the color blindness by these two marriages. So I'll explain here marriage number 1 in this chart, and in the next chart I'll explain the marriage number 2. So what are the chances of inheritance of the color blindness? Let's see. So actually in this chart, dear students, these are parents, one parent male, another parent female. In this first marriage, the marriage is between the color blind male with the normal female. You can see here at the uppermost parent row. So male in the parent is color blind, means it is affected, and the female means the mother is normal. So dear students, these couple will produce normal vision male and female offspring in the F1 generation. So you can see here, this is male, this is female. Male is defective, means it is having color blind disease, and female is okay, it is not having color blind disease, it is normal. Genotype of this is color blindness, is indicated by that C for color blind disease, C for color blind disease gene on the X chromosome, because it is the example of the X linked gene. So male defected is indicated by the genotype capital X small c y, and female, which is normal, is indicated by capital X capital C capital X capital C. So dear students, there will be a gamete formation in the male as well as in the female. So in the male there will be two gamete number 1 and gamete number 2. Gamete number 1 will carry this defective gene on the X chromosome. You can see here that is small c, and Y is normal. Likewise, the two gamete from this female body will produce XC and XC. C is capital here, which indicates the normal body. Then what will happen? The chances of crossing over. So if this X from this male body, which is having this defective gene, if it cross or if it fuse with this X of female body, so combination will be X capital C from this mother and X small c from this father. So this cross indicates that this progeny will be female, means it will be daughter, and this daughter will be carrier, because one X is having small c, means defective gene, but this is phenotypically or physically normal, and this is carrier female, because in her body one defective gene is there, but another one is in a dominant condition. That's why this body can see the green color and white and red color properly, but their next generation may have this disease because of this one X coming from the father side. So this is the first chance. What will happen in the next chance? If this X from the father side, it fuses, instead of this, if it fuse with this X, so again same chances will be there, capital X capital C capital X small c, and it will be again, because of 2X, it will be again daughter, and likewise two daughter will be there, but these two daughter will be carriers. They are neither normal nor defective, so they are having one defective gene here on the X chromosome in the recessive condition, but they can see the red color and the green color. Why? Because this one X chromosome is having defective gene and another is having normal dominant gene, so it will cover this X small c, and it will dominate over it, and the body will be physically normal but genetically abnormal because of that one recessive gene. And what about this Y? The another chances, this Y, if it is fusing with this X, so XY will be there, and same cross will be here XY, so this will produce son, and this 50% chances of son will be there and 50% chances of daughter will be there, but both the son will be normal. So by this cross we can see here, if father is color blind and mother is normal, so from this father this disease is transmitting into the daughter, not in the son. So you can see here father is defective and this father is carrying the gene from the father is transmitting into the daughter and not into the son. So this is the chances of first marriage in between the normal mother and color blind father. So this is cross number 1 in which F1 generation we have got. Then what about the second marriage? The second marriage, this is the first one in which father is color blind and mother is normal. So as I explained you, the first marriage chances, father is normal, father is color blind or affected, and mother is normal. So first chances will be normal son 50% chance, and the daughter will be carrier as I explained you. So there is a chance of, or probably the daughter will have 50% recessive, means the carrier progeny. Now we'll see the second marriage, the marriage between the carrier female, that is the daughter of the F1 generation, and the normal male. So dear students, in this cross we'll see the parents are now carrier female, means that daughter which was carrier in the F1 generation, and if that carrier female marries with the normal male, then what are the chances of the color blind disease? So dear students, remember that this was this carrier daughter was produced from the father body. So now from this carrier daughter, this disease is going into the either son or daughter. Let's see, female is not normal here, but male is normal. So male is indicated by capital X, capital C, Y, and their gametes will be capital X, C, capital Y. But female is carrier here, means physically normal, she can see red and green color, but their next generation may have this one of the defective gene. So it is indicated by capital X, capital C, capital X, small c, and this small c has come from her father. So the gamete of these body is capital X, capital C, capital X, small c, and this is that defective gene, dear students. Now we'll see the chances of next generation. So again the chances of transmission of that defective gene will be there. If this X, normal X from the female, it is fused with this normal X of normal male, so next generation will be XX, means female, means daughter, and this daughter will be normal because there is capital X C. Then if it is fused with this Y chromosome of the normal male or normal male partner, so again the progeny will be male because of the X and Y, and it will be again normal. So these are the chances of this fusion of this capital X C, which is the normal chromosome from the carrier daughter. Now we'll see the chances of this defective capital X small c from the daughter, carrier daughter, as a parents here with the two X and Y chromosomes or gamete of this normal male. If this is fusing with this normal C, capital X capital C, so progeny will be definitely XX, means female daughter, and it will be carrier. Why it is carrier? Because this X is normal coming from the male side, but this is not normal, it is defective X. So it is capital X capital C capital X small c, and it is again carrier. And what about the next chance? Next chance is capital X small c, means it is defective capital X small c. If it is crossing with this capital Y, so definitely XY will be male or son, and this will have color blind disease, means it is 100% color blind son. So out of these four result, 25% female are normal, 25% female are carrier, 25% male is normal, and 25% of color blind son or male chances is there. So dear students, this is called crisscross inheritance, and from this example it is clear that the X-linked recessive gene for the color blindness is inherited from the colorblind father to his grandson through his daughter. So this type of inheritance is called crisscross inheritance. So dear students, I hope you have got it. From the first marriage it was coming from the father side, and then in the progeny it comes into the daughter, not in the son, and from the second marriage from the carrier daughter it goes into the son, not in the daughter. So this is coming from the father into daughter and daughter into son, means from the father it comes into the grandson through his daughter. So this is the X-linked inheritance as an example of the color blindness. So I hope you have understood the example of the color blindness. Non-color blind male, color blind carrier mother, as I explained you in the previous slides. So dear students, you can see here now father is normal and mother is abnormal, means color blind. Out of 2x, 1x is color blind. This circle is showing the capital X small c. So chances is one normal son, color blind son, normal daughter, and carrier daughter. So as I explained it in the previous slides too. So I hope you have understood about it, and because from the father it is coming into the daughter, and from daughter it is coming into the son, that's why this is called the crisscross inheritance, also known as X-linked inheritance. Now we'll see the second example of this X-linked inheritance, and it is called hemophilia disease, which is also known as bleeder's disease. Dear students, what is hemophilia disease? The hemophilia is a rare disorder in which your blood doesn't clot normally because it lacks the sufficient blood clotting protein, that is the clotting factor. So what is happening here in the hemophilia disease? Blood doesn't clot properly, or blood fails to clot normally because of the insufficient blood clotting protein. And if you have the hemophilia, you may be bleed for a longer time after an injury, and then you could, if your blood clotted normally. Small cuts usually aren't much of a problem. So dear students, this is that hemophilia condition. Actually it is again the X-linked recessive disorder in which the blood fails to clot or coagulate very slowly. The genes for the normal clotting are dominant over the recessive gene for the hemophilia, and the person having the recessive gene for the hemophilia is deficient in clotting factors, that is factor 8 and factor 9 in the blood. Dear students, even minor injuries cause the continuous bleeding, hence the hemophilia is also called bleeder's disease. So instead of hemophilia you can also use the term bleeder's disease because of the continuous bleeding. The recessive gene for the hemophilia is located on the non-homologous region of the X chromosome, as there is no corresponding allele on the Y chromosomes, alike the color blindness examples, to suppress its expression. So dear student, so men suffer from this disease and women suffers only when both X chromosomes have the recessive condition. or recessive genes. So the genotype of the male and female individuals are: normal male has capital X, capital H, Y, means this H is indicating the hemophilia gene, as in the color blindness XC indicates the color blindness disease. So normal male is indicated here by the capital XHY, and hemophilic male is indicated by capital X small hy. This small h on the capital X indicates the hemophilic gene, and there is no carrier in the male body, but female carries this carrier condition too. So normal female is capital X, capital H, capital X, capital H, while the hemophilic female indicates capital X small h, capital X small h, and the female is carrier also, so its genotypic pair is capital X H capital and capital X H small. So dear students, this is that hemophilic condition, and now we'll see alike it is same like the color blindness disease, again follows the crisscross inheritance. So there are two chances, like the color blindness, hemophilia also show the crisscross inheritance, and the inheritance of the hemophilia can be studied now with the help of this slides. So dear students, this is the first marriage between the hemophilic male and normal female, as I explained you in the color blindness. So it is actually like that cross. So this is the first marriage, the marriage between the hemophilic male, in which male or father is abnormal and female or mother is normal. So what will happen here? Male is abnormal and female is not abnormal, female is normal. So because male is having this bleeder disease, so it is indicated by X small hy, and this is normal, so it is indicated by XH capital, XH capital. So its gamete will be X small h, Y, X capital H, X capital H. These are normal. So chances are, if it is if it is fusing with this X, so there will be X capital H, X small h. Small h is coming from this father, and again if it is crossing with this, so again same cross will be there. So 50% chance, because two X are there, so it is daughter, and these are carrier because one X is defective. So they are physically normal but genotypically abnormal, and they can carry, she can carry this carrier gene into the next generation. So dear students, these are the chances of this X, defective X. Now we'll see the cross of this Y with this X. So it will be again XH from this and Y from this parent, so it will be son and it is normal, and same cross will be here to produce the normal son. So 50% chances of the normal sons, X capital HY, X capital HY. So what is happening here and what you have understood from this marriage? So it is come to know that if father is hemophilic or having that disease, hemophilic disease, so from father body it goes into the daughter, not in the son. So here daughter is carrier and son are normal. So now we'll see the next chances. The next chances is next marriage, the marriage between the carrier females, which is the daughter in the in the first marriage, and the normal male and the normal main and the normal main. So dear students, the carrier daughter, actually this carrier daughter is having this capital XH and small h, and the normal male is having capital X, capital H and Y. So it is producing these two gametes, out of which this one is normal, which is having capital H, and this is abnormal, which is recessive condition, and these are two normal gametes of the male. So what will happen here? If this capital H, normal X, is crossing with this normal H from the male, so it will produce normal female, X capital H, X capital H, and if it is fusing with this Y, so it will produce normal male again because of the dominant condition of this X. But if this capital X small h is fusing with this capital X with this normal H, so it will be XX, means the female, but this will be carrier because one H is defective, and if this defective edge from the female, if it is crossing with the, or if it is fusing with this Y chromosome, so XY, this will be male or son, and this is the recessive condition. That's why this son will have this disease 100%, means this son will be color blind. So dear students, this is about this cross, and I hope you have understood about this cross. So with this cross you can see the parents and their and the transmission of the genes in the recessive condition from the father into daughter, and in the next marriage from that daughter into her son. So this is about the hemophilia and color blindness, and this is about the X-linked gene example. Hemophilia is also referred as the royal disease. Why it is called royal disease? Because it affected the royal families of the England, Germany, Russia and Spain in the 90th and 20th century, dear students. And the Queen Victoria of England, who ruled from 1837 to 1901, was believed to have been the carrier of the hemophilia, and she passed the trait on to her 3 of the 9 children. So you can understand the crisscross inheritance from this one too. Now we'll see the Y-linked gene inheritance, or Y-linked Hollandrick gene, or Y-linked Hollandrick gene inheritance. So dear students, what is Y-linked gene? The gene that are carried on the Y chromosomes are called a Hollandrick gene. Means the gene simply means the gene which are present on the Y chromosomes, they are called Hollandrick gene, and this Hollandrick gene can only be passed by the males because onto their son, because Y chromosome is the part of the male only, and they code for the maleness, but sometimes they cause a rare condition like the hypertrichosis spina and the color blindness also. Dear students, this Y Hollandrick gene or Y-linked gene located on the non-homologous region of the Y chromosomes are called the Y-linked genes, and the Y-linked genes are inherited directly from the male to male. In the main, the Y-linked gene, such as the hypertrichosis, is responsible for the excessive development of the hair on the pinna of the ear, and this character is transmitted directly from the father to the son. So dear students, you can see this Hollandrick gene transmission, which is called the hypertrichosis condition. The hypertrichosis condition, in this condition you can see the hair on the ear pinna of the body. So this condition is called hypertrichosis condition, which is because of the Y chromosome, because of the presence of Hollandrick gene on the Y chromosomes. You can also see here Y encodes the traits only found in the male, contains the very few genes, and these genes on the Y chromosomes, which is also called as Hollandrick gene, they appear, the hair appears on the ear pinna. You can see here there. Y-linked gene, hairy pinna, you can see transmitting. These are Hollandrick genes. Since only males normally have Y chromosomes, this Y-linked genes can only be transmitted from father to son because it is present on the Y chromosome only. So dear students, this is about this Y-linked genes. Now we'll see the sex determination in the bird. And what is the sex determination pattern in the birds? Actually, dear students, in the bird, the process of the sex determination is very interesting. As you know, in the human body, the sex chromosome is indicated by the X letter and the Y letter, but in the bird, the chromosomal mechanism of the sex determination is indicated by Z and W, by these 2 letters instead of X and Y. So what are the chromosomes here? Z, W and ZZ. So the sex determination in the bird is ZW, ZZ type. So in this type, females are heterogametic and produces 2 types of eggs. 50% sex carry Z chromosomes, while the 50% X carries W chromosome. So here exactly opposite to the human, female is having different types of chromosomes, means Z and W, not two same chromosome, like the human body. In the human female there are two X chromosomes. So here female is heterogametic, means two different gametes are there in the female body. And as you know, it is indicated by Z and W. So female is having ZW type, and males are homogametic and produces one type of sperm. Each sperm carries Z chromosome. So in the bird's male, the chromosome will be ZZ, not alike the male, in which male is heterogametic, and which contains in the human body one X and another one Y. So dear students, in the bird, male is homogametic, having the same chromosome, and female is heterogametic, having the different chromosome. So in the WZ type, the female determines the sex of the offspring, and the male is the homogametic sex, that is ZZ, and while the female has the two unlike chromosomes, that ZW, as I told you earlier. So this is, don't be confused, this is not female, this is male having same chromosome, and this is female having different chromosomes. So it is indicated by W and Z here. So this WZ sex determination occurs in the birds, butterflies and moths, and some fishes too. So here we can see this is female and this is male. So this is hen and this is cock. So what is happening here? Female is having different types of gametes genotype, that is ZW, and male is having here same type of chromosome, that is ZZ. So gametes will be different from this female body, one will be Z and one will be W, while in the male body two gamete will be same, that is sperm will be same, Z and Z. So what will be the chances of the crossing over? If this Z from female, if it is crossing this Z from the male, so next generation will be female, and next generation will be Z, that is male, and their gender will be male. If this Z from this male body fusing with the Z from this female body, so next generation will be again male. So there are chances of 50% chances of male production. But what will happen if this W from this female is crossing to the Z of this male? So what is happening here? So ZW will be formed, and this ZW is female body, so it will be hen, and again second fourth time it will be again having these chances. ZW means the production of the female. So this is male, this is male, this one is female, this one is female. So 50% chances of female and 50% chances of male production is there. But there is a little difference in the if you compare the human sex determination and the bird sex determination. In the human, the chromosome is indicated by X and Y, and in the human, female is homogametic XX and male is heterogametic XY. But in the bird, chromosomes are indicated by Z and W, and here in the bird, female is heterogametic, that is ZW, and male is homogametic, that is ZZ. So this is about this lecture. Thank you very much for watching my video. Dear students, please do subscribe my channel, like my videos, and share with your friends and with all the person who want to learn about this topic. And please do like my videos and press the bell icon to receive my instant notification of the new video. And thank you very much.